This week we've been considering hospitality. And for us, when we think of the hospitality industry, we might quickly think about food. But hospitality involves inviting others into your personal space. And it may involve food, but it may also involve other things, including resources and time. And we've seen in our study that hospitality is not just a nice addition, but it is core to Christian sharing life together. I was once in a church where people left during the last hymn. They had done their duty, they had got their input out of church, and the time was up. And so off they went. Well, actually, they missed the last chorus and the benediction, and so the time wasn't even up. They were kind of shortchanging God with their time. But more than that, they had probably forgotten the gospel, that God's love pushes us out in love towards others. I was in another church where we ran a hospitality Sunday, a day where the congregation went off to each other's houses for lunch after morning church. And as we started to organise who went where, we discovered that some people didn't talk to other people and some people wouldn't go to other people's houses. They churched in the same building, but their lives were kept largely apart. Again, they had probably forgotten the gospel, that God's love pushes us out in love towards others. Now, as always, God doesn't guilt us into doing hospitality or just make it a bare order that we should follow or else. But we saw in our study some reasons to do hospitality. Hospitality helps to increase love and so covers over sins. The end is near, and so life has a difficulty and an urgency about it. And what we have comes from God, and so is therefore a gift that can be used for the sake of others. And when we serve others, we serve Jesus and we spread God's grace. Greet one another with a holy kiss. It is a funny verse in the Bible. And I suspect the idea is take your cultural greeting and wrap it in a love shaped by the gospel. Make it deeply Christian and deeply loving. Now, do you remember the years of COVID? No handshakes, don't sit too close, keep your distance. And that was important for that time. But now we can shake hands, we can high five. But as Christians, we will take those cultural signifiers and we will then infuse them with a mindset and love of the gospel. Here's the take home for this week. The Bible urges us to a closeness that gets in each other's space and does life together. And the gospel will push us out in love towards others, especially with a compassion to the hungry, the needy, the strangers, the sick, and even the vulnerable.